everyone, this is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you today with my WIP parade. Today is January 1st, 2022, so Happy New Year to everyone. So several people had said they would like to see a WIP parade, so I'm going to go ahead and do one. It's going to be a really long one. I have 75 WIPs, so that's a lot to show, so go ahead and get a drink, get some stitching, because it'll be a long one. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. The first thing I'm going to do is show you 3 UFOs that I already have planned to UFO. There may be more as we go through this, but let me go ahead and show you the ones I'm UFOing as of right now. The first one is my Brick Street sampler. I've just messed it up so much, I'm not enjoying this one anymore. So for now, this is going to be a UFO. No guarantee I might pull it out again some other time, but for now, I don't want this one. Don't want to work on that one. The next one that I'm going to UFO is called Farm Life by Little House Needleworks. Looks like this. Again, just like last video, the quality I know is awful in this video. It's so cloudy. There's nowhere in the house that I am getting good enough light, so I'm just doing the best I can. This is on Tea-Dyed Monaco, and there was my tiny little start. Again, I just don't feel this one. There's others I like a whole lot more, so I'm going to UFO this one. I really like the new Fall Farm one that Country Cottage Needleworks is doing. It looks kind of similar to this, so I think I'd enjoy that one more. So that one hasn't called to me at all, so I'm going to go ahead and UFO that one. The other one I'm going to UFO is my Sing a Sampler by Silver Creek Samplers. This is basically, it's going to be a restart because I don't like the colors. So it's too dark. My name is under me and the green. That's looking more brown. Can't even see my name. I want to brighten it up. I think I'm going to put it on a brighter fabric, maybe like a blue or a bright green. But I want to really brighten this one up a whole lot. So I'm going to UFO this and restart it at some point on make it much brighter than what they have. So because like I said, their colors are just so dark, and it's like that's a bright colorful movie, and so I want bright colorful fabric and colors. So those are 3 UFOs. Like I said, those were already taken in consideration when I said my 75. Okay, so my first bag I'm going to show you are my 22 in 2022. I talked about this in my planning video. Said of all these 75 WIPs, these are the 22 that I'm going to focus on the first quarter of 2022. Each quarter, I'll revisit them and mostly trade out some of the seasonal projects. The ones that aren't seasonal will stay, but some of the seasonal ones, the winter ones, I'll move out in March, and then for April, bring in more spring and summer, and then let's see, April, May, then in June, July, I'll switch out again and pull even more summer and some fall, and then of course in October pull out my Halloween and Christmas stuff for the last quarter. So that's kind of my plan because I am a seasonal stitcher. So if I put Christmas stuff in here right now, I'm not in the mood for Christmas now. So so that's kind of my plan. So first off, you'll see the 22 that I plan on just working on pulling from for January, March, and April. Now some of these you're going to have seen already because some of these are going to be my WIPCO projects, and if you watched my planning video, you're going to already have seen these for my January plans. So I'm going to kind of go through those kind of quickly because you'll have seen some of these 2 times before. So first off is Dorothy's Discovery by Silver Creek Samplers. Like I said, I just showed this in a previous video, and there was my little start on that. So that's my WIPCO for January. So that one will be worked on. These aren't in really any order. I just put them all in here. Next up I have Ravenclaw. I didn't tell you who this was by. This is by Cross Stitch for You. Didn't say that in the last video. And this is on a grayish colored 14 count, I believe. Might be, yeah, I think it's 14 count. And this is one that I thought I was going to UFO, but then decided it would go good in my book room for Harry Potter books. So now I'm excited about it. So there was, so that's what I'm going to work on these next few months. Next up, this is another one you just saw, because this is my January plans. This is Wisdom by Country Garden Samplings. Like I said, I'm going to kind of go through these that I've already showed in the previous videos this month kind of fast, because you've already seen them. And there's progress on that one. Like I said, this is going to be a long video. Okay. Next up, this is my kit that I'm working on in January. Gourmet ABCs that you've seen many times. And like I said, this is going to be a focus for a finish this year. There we go. So hopefully this year will be the last that you see of this. That will be a finish. Next is Hickety Pickety. This is one of the few fall pieces that I've actually got in my first quarter of 2022. Mainly because it's a big one and I would kind of like to finish this. This is on Jobelin Sandcastle. And there, this is one I was kind of disappointed. I planned to get farther with it and I ran out of the color I needed for the rooster and I couldn't find it in stock, so this one had to be put away. So that's kind of why I pulled this one into early in the year, because it didn't get the progress that it should have last year. So I want to give that one a bit of a head start. Okay, next up is Suffrage Act, I believe it's called. Yep, My Little House Needleworks. And I'm not sure what this is on. What is this on? Looks like it might be Heritage. There's my start. So I have to get more done on this one. Next up is, I think this is my Night Walk Down. It's on a no name blended needle fabric. There it is. I did order my floss, got the rest of the floss I needed, so I won't run into a problem with this one. So that was my problem last year. I didn't have the colors I needed anytime I tried to pull it out. So that one should be good to go now. Next up, Nora Corbett, Sea Flora. This is one that I do plan to have finished this year because all I have left is the beading. So there's that one. Like I said, all that's needed is the beading on it. It looks so good. So, like I said, she'll be pulled out when I do a Fancy Lady. So probably in February, depending on what WIPGO pulls. Next up is Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. Not sure what this cloth's falling out everywhere. I don't know what this fabric is. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Silk Weaver Shadowbrook, 32 count Lugana. pretty good start on that. So as I said in my planning video, I do plan to get under 50 for my WIPs this year. So next year when I do a WIP parade, it won't take forever. So plan to really focus, not do a whole lot of new starts unless they're ones that can be finished pretty quickly. I'm not planning to do any big starts, so I can really focus on my big projects that I already have and get them closer to a finish. This is Seeking Refuge by Scarlet House. And this is just on a mushroom lugana. And there's, again, I have a pretty good start. So several of these have a pretty good, have a pretty good start. So if I put, and my plan is whatever I work on, I'm going to work on for 5 days. And then the weekends are freebies to work on whatever I want. And like I said, I'll just be choosing from these 22 projects, so that I'm hoping will allow me to really get some good progress made. This is Spring Fling by With Thy Needle. Oops. Like I said, I apologize for this horrible quality. It's like this. The pictures just aren't coming out. Oops, gosh, floss everywhere. And this is on Chablis. Picture this plus. And this one is a struggle for me because it's a 32 count, which I can do 32 count some of the time, but for some reason this one I was just having a really hard time seeing. But I really like the fabric, so I'm gonna see if I can get a magnifier and power through this and get this done because I really like the fabric. Okay, next up, oh, this is my Main Street series. You just saw. I've got 3 done. My goal is to have these all finished for the end of the year. So those will be a focus on several of my weekends to get done. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, this one is one you have not seen, and since the last WIP parade, this is called Kingdom of Books. Let's see. Oh, there it is. This is a Russian kit that my son bought for me. I changed out the fabric to a 14 count Fiddler's Ada, so I don't have to stitch all of the shelf. And there's my progress. So this is one I definitely need to pull out and work on, since this was a gift. Sorry for the crinkle. Not wanting to go back in there. There we go. Next up is Beatrix Potter. This is another one I really want to get done so it can go in my book room. My primitive hair. And this is on Legacy. And just a small start. So that one definitely needs to get some love. Next is Pretty Little Washington by Satsuma Street. This is on a Fiddler's Ada also, and a little bit of a start. This is Sunflower Snowman. Oh, not that tall. Dimensions kit. This one just needs the back stitching. This is another one you have seen over and over. And so I put it in my 22 for 2022 because it's like this needs to get done. All it needs is the back stitching. So oh, I just love it. It's so cute. I forgot how much I love this one. It's precious. So I've got to get this done. So that's why I put it in here. So because what I'm doing is I can only work on these 22 projects, but then if I finish one, I can pull another one. I can pull another one in. So I thought maybe if I put some of these that just need the back stitching as one of my projects, that it'll encourage me to work on these and get done. This is another one, mason jar lineup. This one is like so close to being finished. It's just crazy that I haven't finished this yet. There it is. I was trying to do a bottle each time I pulled it out, so I don't lack, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I need 4.5 bottles left. Yeah, again, got to just get that done. Get that done. So, it's ridiculous that these are still languishing. Fire Goddess, one of my fancy ladies that I decided to make a focus because she's probably one of the farther along ones that I have, and she's on the Moe's sale 16 count fabric that I just absolutely love. Oh, there it is. See, so she's got a lot done. She's probably my farthest along lady, except the Sea Flora and Snow Fairy. So she is one that I might focus on getting finished this year. I only have a couple left of my 22. I know I'm going fast. But this is Honeybee Happening, a Bucella kit. I love this one, and this one's in Pattern Keeper now, so makes it even easier to do. And I did switch out the fabric for an ivory 28 count. So happy with this one. This is I really enjoy this project. Put my Fire Goddess back. Gotta make sure I'm putting everything up, otherwise I'll just have a big old mess. Alright, let's see, only 4 more. Fairy Treasures by Mirabilia. This is on Christmas in Williamsburg, opalescent. That's why this one takes a little bit. It's a 28 count, but it's still a little bit harder to work on. But I have made good progress on her. I love this one. Love this one. It's beautiful fabric. Three more. This is Quick Stitch Spring to Life, Heaven and Earth designs. Again, like I said, you're going to see a lot of these Heaven and Earth designs. This is going to be my focus, is to, I said I wanted to put 1,000 stitches in all of these full coverage pieces so that I know whether I like them or don't want to do them. This is one I think will be one I'll like. I've already done some. It's in Pattern Keeper, and I enjoy this one. I think this is on a 16 count, I'm pretty sure. So it won't be huge. And then Solo 12 by Nora Corbett. Another mermaid. It's another one that stands to be finished this year because it's got a lot. I got a pretty good bit done. And this is on an opalescent purple. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what the name is on it. That's a pretty one. Yeah, I don't have, it looks like I have the name. Oh, wait, I see it. Crystal Flapper, 28 count, picture this plus. Okay, and then the last one is a big heaven and earth design. It's in this. This is my mini, my mini shaman. Let's see if I can find the cover page. Got so many papers here. There she is. Okay, looks like that. This is my oldest WIP. This is 2014, I believe, 14 or 15. And this is a gift for my son. And like I said, my goal on this, if you'd watch my planning video, is a page finish. I'd really like to get more than that. I'd love to finish this year. If I could really focus on this during the summer when I'm out of school, maybe I could get that finished for him. So that is my 22 in 2022. Okay, so those are my first 22 projects. So I want to kind of put these back, many of them as I can, back in this bag. Help out a little bit. All right, so I'm keeping those in this bag here. Okay, so next up, I guess we'll do this one. These are kind of pretty much in alphabetical order. That's kind of the order that I did these in. These are the patterns, and then this other bin is the kits. So, all right, let's get started. Oh, at the front of these, though, are all my heaven and earth designs. And like I said, some of these you probably, I don't know if some of these I've showed you ever. The first one is a Tilton Crafts. It's called Up on the House Rooftop. It's got a different name now. They've got it on Artisy, which is what I plan on doing. I'm going to get it on there so I can put it in Pattern Keeper, and because it's a little bit smaller now. And I was trying this on the 28 count. 1/1, and like I said, it was a struggle. I'd still like to try to do it on that, so we're just gonna see. Like I said, I want to put 1,000 stitches in all of these heaven and earth designs and just see how much I like them, see if they're for me or not. So that's got, like I said, I started this, let's see, so it's got that's got about 220 stitches in there right now. Next up is, and this one is not even part of my 75. This isn't even on my spreadsheet. I had started this, a very, very, very small start, mini woman and butterfly. I put some of the flosses in the box. And this is also, this is on the 25 count Lugana. And like I said, the smallest of starts. So that's why I did not even put this in my spreadsheet. So this is one that I'm just going to have to see. I really do like it. So I'm just have to see if it's one that I want to continue or not. And if I continue, then it, of course, will actually go on my spreadsheet. All right, next up, this is a heaven and earth design you have seen. This is a new start. This is one I do like that I will be continuing. Mini Paris Morning, heaven and earth design by Juliana Babenko. I said, I hate that you can't see the pictures hardly at all. Like you can see the fabric okay, but the pictures are real blurry. And this is my start. And this is on 18 count. And this one I do like. This will be one that I do. It might be the only one. This one and the shaman may be the only two, but I really love this one. And the next one, it's a full coverage, is Cinderella. This is an out of print pattern now. Was it better if I go closer? I don't know. And this again has the smallest of starts. This is on an 18 count. And I wasn't sure I wanted to do it. So I didn't even finish the whole stitches on this. It's pitiful. It's like the teeny tiniest of starts. Again, this was one, it's on 18 count. It's 382 by 500, so it's going to be huge on this fabric. But I love this one so much. This is probably my favorite one. I may just do it anyway, even though it's going to be a tapestry when it's done, because the 28 count is just so hard for me, or 25 count. It's so hard. I don't know. We're going to see. I'm going to see, because I really do love this project. So that's kind of my goal this year, is to look at these full coverage pieces and decide, is it something I want to do or not. Because like half stitch cross stitch, you know, she had started a Heaven and Earth design, and she decided those full coverages weren't for her. And that might be the case with me too. We'll just have to see. Okay, so those were my full coverages. So now the next one up is, like I said, they're kind of going to be in ABC order. So this is Autumn Spice, the Fat Quarter Shop Quarterly. Like I said, you just saw this because I had worked on this in December. I love this one. Love this one. Okay. Next up is Aladdin. So some of these I hate that I'm not going to be working on, but like I said, that's why I'm doing the, you know, changing up each quarter, the 22 and 2022, so I can, you know, pull in some others that I might really want to work on. So that's my Aladdin. And like I said, as I finish them, you know, I can pull these others in. I just love this fabric. Oh my gosh, this fabric is like, I love it. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it's called. It's 28 count something. Orange. Oh, there it is. Fabrics by LJ. Maize Flowers. I really wish he still dyed fabric. His fabrics were so great. Just love his fabric. I was in his club and got this nice variety of fabrics when I was in his club. All right, next up, Aurora by Ori Tien. This was my birthday start this last year. There you go. And this is on a beautiful fabric. Pole Stitches Daybreak, which I think is absolutely perfect because it switches from the blue and the pinks like her dress did with the fairies. So I think it just is absolutely beautiful. This one I had a hard time not putting on my first 22 and 2022 because I really love this fabric, this pattern. Which I may pull this out, you know, for its birthday, on my birthday, who knows? Which I already have a birthday start planned, so I don't know. We'll see. But I do love that. That's why I need to get, it's like I said, I love all of my projects. Except this one. This one I'm mad at. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This is Bittersweet September by Blackbird Designs. I just really don't know what to do with this one because I'm so far. But as I told you, the house didn't variegate the windows. So what I'm probably going to do is frog the house. It's probably what I'll do. Not the roof. The roof is fine, but the other part, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit down one day and frog that and then pick different colors. You know, keep the color for the house, but then the window colors, pick something that I know will show up. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I don't run a UFO because I've done a lot and I do like it. it's just, like I said, the windows don't show up. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. The house isn't that huge. So. Okay, next up is Bluebell. This was a new start this past year. By Nora Corbett. This is on a Be Stitch Me. No name, Joe Mullen. 32 count. Oh, I just love this one too much. Oh. Love, love it. Love, love it. I said if I can get some of those projects done that just need the back stitching, then I can pull these others in to work on. Next up, this one's not actually a WIP, so I'm not going to show this one because this is part of a series and I haven't started the others in the series, so I'm not going to show that one because that's not really an active WIP right now. Okay, next one, you just saw this one if you didn't watch my other video. Christmas Carol Sampler by Primitive Hair. And I did restart this one. Like I said, I found some fabrics. Again, fabrics by LJ. Resolution was perfect. Love it. You can see now that I love it, I've made a lot of progress. So that one will come out in December. Next up is Christmas Twilight, one that you've seen a lot of. My grandmother's memorial piece by Joan Elliott. I made good progress this year on it. And this is on the call for Snowy Mountain by Pull Stitches. And there she is. She's coming along. Really, I love the Pull Stitches fabric is really good fabric. Okay. Next up is a Mill Hill kit called Conch Shell. This was one that was not even on my spreadsheet. I ended up having to add it on. Somehow I started this one and didn't even get it recorded. So I don't know how that happened. And it goes like that. So this is one that I'll probably put on my 22 and 22 in the summer. Next up is Dressmaker's Daughter, another one that you just saw if you were watching the other video. This is on Oaken, and I'll show you all of it. So it's got each season, first day of the season, I started the next one. So there's, oops, got winter, spring, summer, and fall. And I will continue to do this the first day of each season. I will pull this out and work on it, whether it's on the 22 and 22 or not. I'm doing that one with Terry Lee Crafts. Next up is Enchanted Aurora by Joan Elliott. There she is. And there's the progress on that one. Another one that I really like. I love all of the Joan Elliott's. Joan Elliott projects. She's my favorite, hands down. If I could only stitch on one designer, she would probably be the one, because she doesn't just do the fancy ladies, she does other things too. So I like her so much. Next up is Electra, Nora Corbett. There it is. And this is on Barnwood or Barn Door, something like that. And I always have a hard time knowing which way she goes. Let's see. I believe it goes like that. So has a lot of black, and I am doing anchor black for her, so it shows up good. Long way to go. We're on the E's. Okay, next up, it's Fairyland 2. This is another one that I'm a little torn whether to continue. I started this with Coffee Stitcher. I don't know if he did the same one or the Fairyland 1, but he decided not to continue because he said he liked all the individual ones. But I thought this would look good in my book room, excuse me, because it has all of the fairy tales. So I'm not giving this one up yet because I kind of like that idea. So I've got several done. I've got Snow White and Beauty and the Beast, starting Cinderella. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give this one up after all, like I initially thought, because it has Rapunzel, it has Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, then it's got Cinderella, Nutcracker, and Little Prince. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give this one up quite yet. Sometimes you kind of look back through them, and ideas change. This is on a hand-dyed Jobelin Lavender Sunset. I don't know who it is. It's very, very pretty fabric. So yeah, that's gonna be a keeper after all. Next up is Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. I usually work on this one at Thanksgiving, and I didn't pull it out this Thanksgiving. There it is. It's beautiful fabric. I don't know what the fabric is, but oh my gosh, it's just a pretty, really pretty fall color. Oh, I have it here. Let's see. Oh, this is the Caramel Macchiato 16 count Ada. So yeah, see, I like this color. It's like I really do like this color. I need to get some more of it because it's a really good fall fabric. I just don't get it in 32 count linen because I don't see that very well. All right, next up, Flying Lessons by Teresa Kogut. Oop, upside down. There we go. And as I mentioned before, I really, really wish I had not done the border because the border is, ooh. I did stitch a little bit of the border that past year, but wow, is it slow going doing that border. So keep trudging along on it because I really do. I love this. I love it. It's so cute. So I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I should just not do the border. Restart it and not do the border. What do y'all think? I know I've done a lot of the border, but it's going to take forever to get to the actual design. Tell me what y'all think. If you think I should just restart it without the border and just do the fun stuff, or do you like the border? Let me know in the comments so I can decide what to do on that. Because I'm not wanting to work on it because I don't want to do the border. So next up in this little bag, This is Fresh Cut. And this one I don't really like a whole lot. It's not my favorite. This is in Color and Cotton. Bisque, which came with the kit. The problem is I don't like these colors. The colors are just so neutral. Let's see. I'd like to brighten it up. And these are Cosmo threads. That's why I went ahead and did it with the called for, because I never used the Cosmo before and I wanted to try them, which I do like them. I like the Cosmo threads. But like I said, it's just not very bright, and I'd like to maybe brighten this up. So that's why I didn't get very far, because I was just like, oh, this is boring colors. So that's going to be, like I said, I'm going to keep it for now, but I think that's going to be one that's going to be a restart with my own choice of colors. Just swap out colors on that. Let's see. Next up is one you just saw if you watched my other video. This was my New Year's Eve start. Gathering acorns. Love it, love it. This is on Frappuccino. What was it? Something by Rolanda. I just done it. Hand-dyed fabric by Rolanda that I love, love, love. So good little start. Like I said, that'll be pulled back out in the fall. Next up, this is another one I just don't know. Don't know. This is called Gargoyles by Joan Elliott. I never want to work on this. I did this as a tribute to the Cathedral at Notre Dame. You know, when it caught fire, when we all kind of wanted to do some kind of a memory piece of that, and so I pulled out. I had this, but I never want to do this. It's just one that's not my cup of tea. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it when I was done with it. It doesn't really fit with anything. So I'm really thinking about UFOing this one. I mean, it's barely started. It's a beautiful piece of fabric that could be used for something else that I love. So what do y'all think? I think I'm going to UFO this one. I just haven't felt the desire to work on this. So yeah, I think I'm going to put that in the go away pile. I can keep the pattern. If I change my mind, I can always, you know, redo it. But for now, I don't think so. Okay, next in my Jolly Housewives bag, another one you just saw if you watched my other video. This is gingerbread cookies. Gosh, got fabric hanging. There's my start. A pretty good start on that. Also, I may pull this out when they do the, you know, Christmas in July, so that can be a finish for Christmas. Okay, next up is Halloween piece, Ghoul Friends by Teresa Kogut. Oops, I forgot to put the gingerbread cookies back. Ghoul Friends. I said, I'm so sorry, y'all can't see these pictures very good at all. But you can at least see, it's weird that you can see the fabric okay. This one I love. This is on a Fiddler's Ada. And look at her. She's so cute. Yes. That's a favorite. It's a favorite. I can't wait to finish my little pumpkin girls. They're so cute. Next up is when I started this year. This is Glowing Pumpkin. It's a Mill Hill kit. It's a little one. You know what? I maybe should have done this one as my last finish instead of that Halloween Revelry one. So there's my start on that. So that'll be finished this year. That won't take long. Halloween Cat by Satsuma Street. This is, again, one that I was deceptively large. I thought I'd finish this one, but it took a lot longer than I expected just to get that cat done. So I like that one a lot. I can't remember what fabric this is, though. I don't have the fabric. It's a 28 count. Okay, I'm not going to show you this one because I don't have, there's not a current project in here. My Gem Shore Kitty, again, one I just showed. So there that one is. Kringles by Little House Needleworks. This is another one that I'm on the struggle bus with a little bit. But it's just so big. I'm going to keep it though, because once you get past the roof, you know, it gets fun. You just have to get through the roof. So, and there I am. So my goal this next year is to finish that roof. And then after that, I can start doing all the little rooms, which is the fun part. A lot of people are working. I've seen this in a lot of videos. A lot of people are still working on that. All right. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm going to pull these forward. All right. This is May Merriment. Started this with Stitching Mommy. Joan Elliott. This again on a beautiful fabric. This is Sunny Dye's fabric, Celtic Wedding. Look how beautiful that is. I just love this fabric. So this is one that'll be, I'm pretty sure I'll pull out the next quarter of 2022. We do the spring summer. Next up is Mighty Acorn. I don't have the full pattern because it's in the Winds of Autumn book, and I don't keep that book in here. But there's my start on that. This will be such a long video. 48 minutes already. Next up is Medieval Maiden. Where is she? There she is. Another Joan Elliott. And this, I believe, is on Legacy. And there she is. We're almost halfway. It's like the first half of the page. Next up is Nantucket Rose. Here's her picture. There she is. And she's on the blue tea dye that they used to have. And there she is. She's so pretty. I don't think I pulled her out at all this past year. Oops. I keep forgetting to put the picture back. Next is a new start this year. I'm pretty sure it was. This is American Brave, Joan Elliott. This was out of a magazine, but you can get the chart pack. And this is on a green 16 count. Her companion piece is his companion piece is done. So this barely got a start on that, so that definitely needs to get some more progress made. Next, let's see, next batch. This is One Nation. I believe it's Bygone Stitches. This is another one I've debated not doing because it's just so huge. It's like, what am I going to do with it when I'm done with it? Because look how huge it is. And there's other flag pieces. I've done another flag piece actually, but I do like where this has all the words. So I'm not giving it up yet, but it may be one if I, go another year without wanting to pull it out, then it may be, I may want to UFO it, but I'll go ahead and keep it a little bit longer. This is Plum Pudding by Glendon Place. I do love this one. Did not work on it this year. This is on the called for Sprite. But I was working to focus on finishing the other Glendon Place I did, the fruit cocktail. So I just didn't end up getting to this one because I was focused on that one. So here's my start on that. Okay, next up is Purple Pansy. What is it? Purple Pansy Flower Angel by Vermilion Stitchery. So another one I did not stitch on this week. This is on Honeysuckle Pink, 16 count. Which I do like her. She just didn't get pulled out. But I love her. So maybe I'll get to her this year. Next up is from the Sampler Company, Plymouth Sampler. This was another one that the border, just so much border, but I'm finally like out of the border where I can do something, so I'm hoping I'll feel like stitching this a little bit more now. So yeah, it's pretty. It's very pretty. This is on a DMC 18 count. Next up is Pray by Teresa Kogut. There it is. This is on a wonderful fabric. Picture this plus sand. It's a super soft fabric. It's very fun to stitch on. It's very nice. It's a small start. Next is probably my Queen Mermaid. Yep. Queen Mermaid by Mirabilia. This is on a 16 count. Fabrics. I think that might be a Moe's sale actually. But I love the fabric. Love it. See how gorgeous that is. It's more blue than gray. Another mermaid that I love. I don't know if I worked on her this year. I'll get to her. Alright. Next up is September Truckin' Along by Stitching with the Housewives. I can find the pic. There's the picture. There it is. And I didn't get very much of a start on this. Just that little bit right there. I think I just stitched on it the one day. Next up is Strawberry Fairy by Soda Stitch. And this is on Artiste Vintage Blue Ada, which I love. It's just got a little bit of modeling, just enough to make it look pretty. It's super nice. A nice fabric. But Artiste fabric is actually a nice fabric to stitch on. Next is Summer at Cherry Hill. Oop, that's not the picture. Where's my picture at? There it is. With the needle. This one I had a hard time not putting in my 22 for 2022 because I really wanted this one. I put Strawberry Fields Forever in there instead. We'll see. I may end up swapping those out because I really like this one. That's kind of a toss-up. Next up, this is one I think I may end up having to restart. This is Sizzling Summertime Carnival by Tempting Tangles. Again, the fabric. Oh my gosh. I love the fabric, but not on 32 count. Sometimes the 32 count doesn't bother me, and sometimes it does. This is one that does. I was just like, I tried stitching on it, but oh my gosh, I just had the hardest time. So I don't know. It's pretty. I love how delicate it is on the 32 count. But for some reason, I just had a really, really hard time seeing it. So that may be a switch out. If I can get this fabric, chime, in a 28 count, I may restart it on the 28 count and see if it's better. Because I don't have a huge start, and I do really, really, really love this. I love this. This reminds me of my childhood, going to the carnival. So I plan to stitch it. It's just, I got to get the right fabric for it. Next is Ice Princess. It's kind of called Snow Fairy now. Or it's called Ice Princess now. I had it as Snow Fairy. I had it out of a magazine, and it was like really hard for me to read the pattern on the magazine. So I ended up buying the kit. But unfortunately, the kit was a little bit different, so it didn't help a whole lot because then I was having to try to match up. And that's part of why I haven't gone back to this to finish it up. And again, it's done except for back stitching and beads. But boy, the back stitching is a booger bear, I tell you. It's all through the dress, so it takes some time. So I need to just take it off, take it out in little chunks and get it done because it's really gorgeous. And it's one of my older WIPs. Next is another Tempting Tangles. This is Summer Sweetness. There it is. And this is on, I guess this is just on a ivory Lugana. Nothing fancy. There's a little bit of a start. Okay, next up is, I'm not sure. What is this? Oh, Time Traveler. Uh-oh, hang on, one of my thinky dies came out of here. Hope it's out of that one. Okay, Time Traveler. Y'all just saw this because this is my WIP Go for January. So I'll be working on her come Monday. I'm putting 5 days in. There she is. And like I said, I've got my 22 and 22, but not all of the WIP Go project. Only like 7 of the WIP Go projects are part of my 22 and 22. But I didn't want to change my WIP Go, so there will be, you know, if the WIP Go gets called and it's not part of the 2022, that it'll just get work done. And the last one is of the patterns. Wendy, the Winter Witch. This was one I did plan to look at this during my break and finish her up, and I forgot. So there she is. She's all finished. And then I worked on her pieces. Can't really see those real good. And get her put together. And I plan to do that and make her into an ornament, and I did not get that done. Oh well. I'll get her try this year. Okay, so I am right at an hour. So I think what I'm going to do is stop this video because that was all the patterns. And then I think I'm going to do another video, separate video that's all of the kits. It'll be a much shorter video because there's not quite as many of those. But that'll break it up a little bit. It won't be quite so long, and that'll give me a chance to put all this up. And then I'll come back and do WIP Parade for the kits. So you'll see there'll be two videos. One that's WIP Parade patterns, and then WIP Parade kits. I think I'm going to do that. That'll be a little bit better. That way it'll probably help with the uploading too. So let me clean all this up, and then I will do the WIP Parade for the kits. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. It's a lot. I've enjoyed going through my video. Going through all my patterns. I said we only UFO'd the one, so which I'd already planned on the other three. So that's okay. So I will talk to you later. Bye.